Hello, everyone. It just struck noon on the clock, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm sure a few others will hop on as we go. So let's just go ahead and get started. Of course, we'd like to shout out Center for Rule of Affairs. They sponsor a lot of our Grow Nebraska trainings, and without them, none of this would be possible. Our featured sponsor for January is SBA, also known as U.S. Small Business Administration. They do a lot of support for the Grow Nebraska Women's Business Center that's located in Omaha, as well for the Grow Nebraska Foundation and several other small businesses in Nebraska. Our featured member for this month is Platte Valley Auto. They have been a member since 2015, so quite a while. And huge shout out to them. They have all the car needs that you need, and they've helped a lot of us at the Grow Nebraska store with our car needs. So if you have any car problems, definitely reach out to Platte Valley Auto, or if you're looking for a new car, they're the ones to go to. This week's presenter is actually me, Zoe Terry. A little bit about myself is I work for the Grow Nebraska Foundation. I've been working with Grow Nebraska since about July of 2021, so I'm almost to my 2-year mark. You can find me shipping online orders, dealing with our online website. I also run our social media as well as host our Grow Nebraska trainings, and I also help out with the retail store. So quite a bit on my plate, but I love doing it all. And we're going to get started with the Canva presentation. This is back from popular requests. Now, I will say this is going to be more of a Canva Pro. And so if you could pop in the Q&A section, who already uses Canva? And if you do use Canva, do you use the free or the Pro version? Just kind of wanted to throw a question out there to see if some of you already use it. Pro version. Okay, Pro version. Okay, it looks like most of you are using the Pro version, and if you're not, that's completely okay. I mean, the free offers quite a bit already, but the Pro does have some special features that we're going to touch base in this presentation. And if you happen to not know too much about Canva, I have done a basic Canva training. It was back in June. If you go to the grownebraska.org website and click on our on-demand trainings and just scroll, you'll see the other one. So you can go back and watch that one and then come to this one, and you'll kind of see the difference of what the free version offers and what the Pro version offers. So I think that's enough rambling. I'm going to check our Q&A. Pay monthly fee. Okay, perfect. So today's presentation, we're going to cover 5 Canva Pro features. Of course, there's more than just 5, but we're going to cover the 5 that I love and I know several others love, and you may already know some of those. How to remove image background, how to create graphics with movement, how to make your graphic look clean, and the intermediate side to Canva. And with the image background remover, that is a Pro feature, so that kind of falls into the 5 that we're going to cover. And the movement you can do on the free Canva version, so that's nothing too special. So the 5 Canva Pro features that we're going to cover is number 1, image background remover, 2, branding tools. It's a little kit that you can do, which I'll get to. 3, more stock photos, videos, and graphics, as well as audio. 4, the magic resize tool. And 5, the 100+ design layouts that Canva Pro has to offer. So we're going to start off. Oh, quick before I get into all of that, I'm going to cover the Canva Pro pricing just so you're aware, and then you can look into your budget and see if this is something that you want to utilize. The monthly payment is $12.99 for one person, and then you also have the option to pay the full year, which is $119.99, and that's also for one person. So just take that into consideration. If the monthly payments work better for you, totally fine. I would probably do the monthly. But if you just want to pay it all in full, totally fine. Then you don't have to worry about it for the whole year. So like I said, we're going to start with background remover. So this can be used on photos and videos. It's great for headshots, listings, or combining photos with others. I use the background remover about every single day, and Grow Nebraska's listings also utilize the background remover, and I do this for social media, newsletter, you name it. I probably use the background remover for it. So I also want to say I'm going to be switching back and forth between my desktop so I can visually show you guys instead of just explaining it. So I'm going to slide over to this page, which takes you to Canva. So I've already selected my sizing. I went ahead and did an Instagram post just simply so I can show you how to remove a background. And you may think it's harder than what it sounds like, but it's actually super, super easy, and it's with the click of one button. So I'm going to use Dorothy Lynch as an example. So first, I'm going to get a background in here just so you can see how it removes the background because these are all white. So I'm going to go over to my photos section over here, and I'm going to do salad, although you can use Dorothy Lynch on a lot more than just salad, but just for the training purpose, I'm just going to go ahead and do a salad. So I'm going to find one that I like. So I'm going to do this. And this is another Canva Pro feature, which we'll talk about photos later on, but you can see which ones are marked with the crown, and that's how you know it's for Canva Pro. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this one. It looks quite delicious. And I'm just going to spread it out to fit all over my graphics so there's no more white showing on the background. And boom, we got that in there. And then another thing I like to do is, so this is super bright and you may not be able to see the stuff you put on top of it. So if you go over to these little check marks, checkboard type thing over here, it's called transparency. You can actually change how bright that photo is. And I usually go about like 75. Again, it's all based on the graphic you're creating and what you're creating it for. So I'm going to leave mine at 75 because I think that looks pretty good. And then if you already have your photo uploaded, you can just go ahead and select it. So like I said, I'm doing Dorothy Lynch and I already got them ready. So as you can see, it has a white background. Now we don't want that, obviously, because it's covering half of our background image. So super, super simple. You just come over here, click edit, click on the photo, then click edit image. And this is where the background remover will show. And as you can see, it has a little crown, meaning it's a pro feature. So if you have the free one, you are not able to do this. And I think this is probably the number one thing that people love about Canva Pro is the background remover, because some of us don't know how to use Photoshop. So this is super handy. So all you do is just click background remover and it will load and it will start to remove the background. And as you can see, the background is gone. And the erase and the restore are super simple as well. So if it happened to not erase all the background that you wanted, you can click erase and change the brush size if needed. And you can also show the original image. Since mine was white, it's not really going to show. But if there was, background on this product, it would remove it. And you can just swipe on it and that will erase it. Or you can restore it, which will add it back. If it removed something you didn't want removed, you can add it back in there. Or if it didn't take something out that you wanted, you can erase it yourself. This is a little tricky because I'm not very good with my hands to get a straight line. But with patience, you can do it. Sorry, everyone. Let me just get my Dorothy Lynch bottle back. And then you just select done. And you're good to go. I obviously left some white. Like I said, I'm not very good with my hands. So we're going to go ahead and do our other Dorothy Lynch bottle, which as you can see, it's stacked right on top. Click edit image, select background remover, and let Canva do its work. It's magic. Sometimes it takes a little bit. And boom, now you got your second bottle all good to go. And again, most of you probably aren't selling Dorothy Lynch bottles, so it can remove the background from any image, which is super, super handy. So we're just going to do that again, background remove. And there we go. We got our third little guy there. And that's how you remove the background. So I'm going to show you one more time, but instead I'm going to use this popcorn that's sitting over here. Because it's kind of a different shape. Most times, if it's like a very clear photo, it will remove the whole background. But like for us, we do wind chimes, and I have to go through and do that restore little pin thing to restore some of the bits that it took out. So I'm just going to select this do soda popcorn over here and do the same thing. So you click edit image, background remover, let Canva do its thing. And boom, you got yourself a single bag of popcorn with no background. And I can also do it with this bowl of popcorn. So as you can see, even this, it will take the background out from behind it, which is, again, super handy. And I did just see a question in the chat. Nonprofits can get Canva Pro for free. If you just type in Canva for nonprofits, there is an application where you can apply and put in your information, and then you'll get it for free. So yes, great question in there because I forgot to mention that. But yeah, there is our image without the background, and you're done. You can add it on top of any photo, any video. I can insert a video here if we wanted to do popcorn. Of course, it might not match, but we're just doing this for the training. Maybe it doesn't want me to move that one. But yes, you can put them on top of videos as well, which is another cool aspect for the Canva Pro. So does anyone have questions regarding the background remover or anything that you want to see specific with that? Okay, it doesn't look like it, so we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next Canva Pro feature, which is branding tools. This feature allows you to upload a logo, define your brand color palettes, add your own fonts, and incorporate all these easily into your graphics. We do utilize this at Grow Nebraska because it's super easy because you can just upload your color palette, the certain fonts your brand uses, as well as the colors. And let me look here at the, oh yes. Sorry guys, we're gonna backtrack here quick. We're gonna go back to the background remover. There's a question that popped up later on. Someone asked how you do it on a video. So a video is pretty much the same thing. And I did not know this was a thing when I was doing some more research myself before this. I did not know you could remove the background from a video. So I did test this out last night, and it works pretty great. It does take a while to process, but you just do the same thing, upload whatever video you want to use, and you can actually take videos of yourself and then upload them to Canva and remove the background. So you can put yourself in Paris, on a roller coaster, wherever you so desire to put on the background. So we're going to click edit video, and there's the background remover selection again. So you just click that. And since I did it last night, it already removes it, but it does take a little bit longer than photos. But as you can see, it took that blue background away, and then you can just go in and select a photo that you would want. We'll just use this colorful one, and you can put that as your background. And then you're like, oh gosh, my graphic got covered up by the background. You can go up to position over here and click backward, and that will bring this graphic forward. So that's super nice, just forward or backward, whichever one you want popping up in front. And there you go, you have your background, and the video still plays as normal, just like that. So super simple. It's just like an image. You just simply upload the video that you're wanting to remove the background, put it on your graphic, click edit video, and then background remover. So I hope that helps you out with the video side of things, but that was great that you brought that up. And so now we'll go back to our other point, the branding tools. So I'm going to slide back. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. It's just much easier this way. So you can find the brand kit on your homepage of Canva. So if you just logged into Canva, it just shows right here on this side under tools. And if you click on that, you can see all the saved brand templates we have. So we have our GNWBC brand kit and our Grow Nebraska. And you can add new ones as well, and it's super easy. You can either do a brand template or a brand kit, and then you just upload your logos, upload the colors, and then whatever fonts you want to keep in that brand kit, you can do that. So I'll show you our Grow Nebraska one. So here you can see we have the brand logos just laid out, and you can name them each. And we have quite a few. And then here's your brand colors. So these are like color palettes. And as you can see, we have our Grow Nebraska and Buy Nebraska colors in here, and we have them named. And then you can also select a brand font. So if your brand uses a certain font all the time, it's super nice to just upload it in here, and then you don't have to go searching for that certain font, color, or logo. And yeah, it's a really nice feature because let me get back to my background remover page. You can actually see, okay, let me see here. Down here, it will have logos, and that's where all our logos go, and as well as your other stuff. And then let's say if you put a text bubble in here, you're like, shoot, I want that to be the color of my brand. You can just go to the color selection, the text color up here, and it has all your saved brand kits here. So like I said, Grow Nebraska, we're either green or blue. So they're right there, super convenient. You don't have to go digging for the colors or memorize the color codes. You can just simply access them there along with all the other colors. So super cool feature. It's nothing crazy, but for someone that's constantly doing social media, it's very nice to just have those right there for when you need them. So the third thing we're going to cover is stock photos, videos, and graphics. So Canva Free offers loads of royalty-free images and graphic elements. However, it limits you to a more basic library of stock images and graphics, meaning that the limit of it is very small. With Canva Pro, you can get a wide variety of more stock photos and graphics, and you can also get access to a huge range of audio and video library too. So they do offer photos on the Canva Free, but like my text said, it's a more basic photos, and it's not as wide as a variety. So you can easily just look at all your photos over here, and then there's also audio and videos over here on the left side column. And there is loads of photos. There is about 600,000 photos you can pick from. Mine are not wanting to load for some reason, but anything you're wanting, you can search for it. Like before, we've searched for shopping, and that will just bring up photos that are related into that search engine. Lots of shopping photos. If you name it, they definitely have a photo for it. Baking photos. And they're really good quality photos as well. So we love to utilize these because they're very clear. And the variety is very wide of what you can find on here. You definitely could be scrolling for days. You can do time management, and it just brings up images that are close in that search bar. So that's pretty much all for photos. And they also have some like options like basic searches you might make. So like food brings up all this food. And then it also has, when you search food, it has some other options that you may want. Buffet, they've got it. They've got a lot of photos. So that's a great tool to have. And then for audio, if it wants to load, usually a bunch of audio sounds will pop up that you can actually insert into the graphic. Of course, they don't have like streamlined music that you hear off the radio. It's more like basic like ukulele sounds or some other audio, but you can insert those into your graphics, whether it's an image or a photo. Mine does not want to load for some odd reason. Oh, there they are. So they got like epic audio, pop audio, happy audio, and if you just click on it, then it brings it down here and shows up here kind of how long it is and where you want to cut it and stuff like that. I haven't used the audio effects too much, but I do think it's a very useful thing to have when you need it. And then for the videos, same thing as the photos, it just has a wide variety, and it does kind of split some out into different categories. But if you again wanted to do baking, they have multiple videos for baking, and you can just shuffle through and find ones that you think will work best for that graphic or use. You can even try running. It's a lot of just looking through and finding exactly what you need for that graphic. But they have a bunch of fun ones, and they also have GIFs, which is down over here. And I think this is available on the free Canva version. But I just wanted to throw it out there because some gifts are kind of fun to throw into your social or into your marketing emails, because some of them are super silly. So that's another thing you can keep in mind. It looks like we have another. So you can make reels on Canva, including audio. However, if you put it onto Instagram, I believe it will remove that sound, because Instagram wants you to use Instagram sounds. Because we have uploaded, let's say, a TikTok to our Instagram story, and it will take out the sound from it. So you can create like the sizing for it in Canva, but I don't think that audio would transfer into Facebook Reels or into Instagram Reels. And I can't say that 100% because I've never tried. But with Instagram and Facebook rules, I think they like you to use their sounds that they have on that. Has all the audio been approved for commercial use, or do you need to be aware of usage licensing rights? That's a great question. I don't want to tell you the wrong information. I haven't used the audio too much, so that may be something you want to look into before you do go ahead and use the audios for commercial use. But since these photos are available, I would assume the audio, but again, I don't want to tell you guys the wrong information and then get your business in trouble. So I'll have to research that. So if you want to email me with that question, we can definitely take a look, because I'd hate to tell you the wrong information and then you guys get in trouble for using the audio out of this. So that's a great question that I need to research. So sorry, everyone. I don't quite know on that. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one, though, after the photos, videos, and audio. So this is the Magic Resize tool. This tool comes in handy when you want the same graphic for different uses and or social media platforms. It's also handy when you need different sizing than you thought. I use this tool a lot, and I'm going to show you what I mean by Magic Resize tool, because it sounds very magical, but it is nothing too crazy. So I have a tab already opened. So let's say this is your graphic. This is our Canva training, actually what we're currently in. And let's say I have this sized at an Instagram size post, but I also want to use it for my newsletter and as well as our website. So a super easy tool that Canva Pro offers is the little resize tool over here. It's in the left-hand corner by file and these two arrows. And all you do is click on resize. And then it will give you some more options of what you can resize it to, or if you happen to know the dimensions that you're needing, you can just type them in here. But let's say I wanted to put this into my email. So I would just select the size that I want or type it in. And I'm going to go with this size, and you can either copy and resize it. So this means it would open a new tab, keep this one the same size, but open a new tab with the new sizing. Or you can just simply resize it onto this one, but you will use the previous size that you had. So I usually copy and resize, and then it will open a separate tab, and boom, it is resized. All you have to do is go in and move things to the position that you want, because obviously this is a bigger sized graphic than what it was in before. So if you just go through and remap everything on the page. And this is nice for if you create a graphic and you're like, shoot, that's too small or that's too big, you can easily just resize it using that tool. Or if you want to post these on different platforms, I know Facebook has some different sizing options as well as Instagram, or like in this instance, we wanted to use it in our newsletter and email. You can just do it this way. No need to create a whole new graphic. You can just resize it and then use it for each platform that you're wanting to. Okay, so that's pretty much all for the resizing tool. Like I said, it's over here. Just select the size that you want to do. And I'll just show you for an example. When you just click resize, it just solely resizes on the same tab. It does not save that one size you had and then save this one. It only saves the current one that you just resized to. So usually I do the copy and resize just so you have both, and then you can name one like Instagram post. This other sized one is for our newsletter. So it's super useful. So next, we're going to talk about the 100+ design layouts. The free Canva version offers only a limited amount of design layouts, whereas the pro Canva version offers a huge selection. And I was doing some digging. I'm not on the free version too much because Grow Nebraska uses the pro, so I'm mostly on that. But I was looking, and it is crazy how much the Canva Pro offers for design layouts, whereas the free one does not offer as much. So if you do create a design, this has so many more options than what the free version has. So you got a banner, photo collage, a card, a poster, your story, Instagram post, a flyer, talking presentation. The list goes on and on. You can even create your own logo in here and then save that into your brand kit. And another new feature that they just released is this document. So if you've been using Word, but you also use Canva a bunch, you can actually now create documents in Canva. And I just learned about this last night as well. So it just looks like a normal Word document, and then you can just save it onto your Canva, and you don't have to worry about trying to find it and digging for it and where did it download. It's just sitting right here into Canva. So that was a cool feature that they just recently added. And with all of these other design templates that you can use, you also have a way more wide variety of just normal social media templates, email templates, logo templates. There's way more offered on the Canva Pro, but of course the free Canva still offers several great templates that you can use. And yeah, I love the templates. They probably make a lot of our lives easier, and they consume less time. So it's just nice that Canva Pro offers much more than what the free one does, and it has all your needs right there. So some other features that Canva Pro offers that I did not cover is a transparent background, which I'm quickly going to show you what I mean by a transparent background, because that may not make sense to any of you. So if I go back to, let's see, we'll go to this blank one, and then I put my popcorn back in here and remove the background. Save that. And then put my bowl in here. Background remove. And let's just say I wanted to save these two paired together, but then I also wanted to put them onto another background image, which you can just insert that in here, or if you want your listing to not have a background on it, if you go up to share over here and then click download, you have the option to save with a transparent background as well as compress files. So if I just select transparent background, I'll show you what I mean by transparent background. Okay, and so it downloaded. Now you can see there's no white background, not even this white background here. It's nothing behind it. So that's another cool feature that Canva Pro offers, whereas the free one does not offer this. And you can utilize it for a lot of things, and it's just as useful as the background remover. And like I said, Canva Pro offers 610,000 plus templates, along with photos and videos. Another feature is the storage and folders. This is really great for organization. So if I come over back to my home page, you can go to projects. And there's all your folders, your designs, images, and videos. So this just keeps everything nice and neat. So we have this one that's named State Fair. So all our State Fair stuff is in there. We got market tech, store and e-commerce. So this is just nice to stay organized, and then you know exactly where all these graphics are, or the graphic templates. So if you use the same template for trainings, you can just go to your trainings folder and then just edit that same template. So this is super nice just for organization needs. It's nothing spectacular, but staying organized is key to your business, because you don't want everything to be a mess or have to go dig for stuff. So trying to stay organized, I love this feature for organizational needs. And like I said, it shows your images and your videos, and it keeps them nice and neat. Another feature that Canva Pro features is social scheduling. I don't use this one too much, but I do think it's a very useful tool that you can incorporate into your business. So if you just go back to the home page of your Canva and then click Content Planner, this is where you can go ahead and upload the graphic. So if I wanted to put this here, and you can save the draft. So you can kind of plan out your social media as you're making the graphics. Say you make one, then you go to your content planner and you say, okay, I want to post this on the 20th. Then you can upload it in there just to kind of keep track as you're making these graphics. And you can also stay ahead by using this tool as well. Besides, Hootsuite and all that stuff, this is just another good Canva tool that you can definitely utilize for your business. So next, we're going to cover how to create a moving graphic. And I'm still working on my skills with the moving graphics, but we're going to show you how to make something kind of like this to where the background image is moving, but everything else is staying put. These are super fun and something cool to sprinkle into your social media, your marketing emails. So we're going to go back and we're going to go here. Now, quickly, before I start this, I'm going to show you which graphic layout that you select when you're on the home page. So if you go to create a design, and then you just scroll until you find animated social media. So this is kind of set up just like a slideshow, but you don't have to click through the slides. This will just automatically play through. So I'm going to go back to my animated, and here you can see it has like the time and stuff. And so we're just going to start uploading our background images like so. So put this into here. And then if you want to add a second page, you just simply click this plus button and then select your next background image. Now, these may not be in order by season, but just for the training, we're just going to go with it. Get our third background image in there. And then get our fourth, which is snow, of course. And if you're in Nebraska, you probably got tons of snow. So hope you're staying safe and warm. But like I said, we have all our background images in here just like that. And you can actually change the timing of these. So as you can see, this is 0.5 seconds and these are 5 seconds. I try to keep them all the same. And there's a simple way you can do this. If you go to the little clock up here that says edit timing, you can just type how long you want them to be. So I do want them to all be 0.5 seconds, just so the shuffle through the backgrounds are quick and not just slow and you're just sitting there waiting for it to change. And I love that Canva offers this because you can apply it to all 4 pages instead of going to each single one and changing the timing on it. So I'm just going to select apply to all pages. And as you can see, it just made all of them be 0.5 seconds, just what we want. And then I'm going to do Dorothy Lynch for this. So like I said, this goes back to the background remover. I don't want that background there. So I'm going to go to edit image, background remover, and then get my sizing how I want it. And when you're doing this, when you're trying to line it up, it will display these purple lines, and that shows you that you're in the middle of horizontally and vertically. And I love that feature because I'm not always the best at putting things in straight lines. So this feature definitely needs to be utilized to keep your graphics nice and straight. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply. And a super simple feature that you can do is just Command C. I'm on a Mac though, so if you copy and paste this, you can go to your next page and paste it into there, and it's in the same exact position that it was on your first page. And I just continue to do this as I go through the pages. Copy and paste. And there we have all our bottles in now. And then I'm just going to add some text onto the side here. It's not exactly like the graphic I had on my slideshow. So I'm going to go ahead and click add heading. Just do Dorothy Lynch to keep it simple. Oh, we're gonna do this. I forgot Dorothy Lynch is quite a long word. So I'm actually gonna go through and scooch this over maybe. Let me delete that out there. Sorry guys, sometimes you just have to click around until you get what you need, because there's lots to learn with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the background again, and then I'll have to go back through and fix all my old ones. But that's all right. It's a process when making a graphic, so don't stress over it. So I'm going to add an effect over here, and in my basic Canva training back in June that you can go back and watch, I do cover all these text aspects as well as the other aspects on the side. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw a background in here, minimize the spread so it's not so far out, and then also just change the colors. So we'll just go ahead with this orange one, and I'll change our text color to white. We're just going to stick with this so we can move on to the next aspect, but I'm going to go ahead and delete all these that I just did. Like I said, it's a process. So you can actually highlight both of these and copy and paste, and they will land perfectly on your pages how they were on that first page. Just like that. So we got our text, we got our photos and our backgrounds, and now we're ready to download and save it. So I'm just going to show you guys kind of what it looks like. So as you can see, the text and the bottle stay still, but the background is changing. And I just think this is a fun graphic that you can throw into your social as well as your marketing emails. And it's not just staying still like all the other basic graphics. So that's something else fun that you can do. And now I'm going to show you how to create a graphic with animation. This does not seem to want to play, so sorry everyone for that. And I also apologize for saying a lot. I'm trying to work on that. But we're just going to show you how to add animation into this graphic. Just to keep moving forward, I went ahead and already had this graphic made. It's super fun. It's about our candles that are made here in Nebraska. So let's say I want my text to move as well as these fun images on the side. All you have to do is click on the image you're wanting to animate, click animate, and then select whichever one you desire it to look like, and you can just hover over them and it will give you kind of a preview of what that one's going to look like. So I'm going to make all three of them pop because I like that one. It looks super fun. And like I said, it's trial and error. You try this, you don't like that, then you try a different one. But we're going to make them all pop like that. And then for my text, you also just click animate. And I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do baseline because I like that. Again, just try out one if you don't like that and move on to the next one. One looks pretty good, so we're going to go ahead with that one. And then we're also going to do our little bynebraska.com, which I think the typewriter one is probably my favorite because it's just super cute and it looks like someone's actually typing it. But as you can see, it is all done now, and then you can just preview it by clicking the little play button up here. And as you can see, all the words are moving, and this is a super, super simple tool. I did show this in my basic Canva presentation as well, because you can animate text as well as photos on the free version. But I figured I'd also show it in here in kind of a more advanced graphic. And I always try to do this in our marketing emails instead of the image just staying still, because it kind of catches people's eyes. So this is also another fun graphic to throw in your social media or your marketing emails. And now we're going to move on tips for creating a clean graphic. So I'm sure several people have different tips that you can utilize with graphic designing. And with Canva, they have a lot of tools that make it more easier than like Photoshop or those complicated design apps. So I love Canva, but we're just going to run through some tips of creating a clean graphic. So one tip I have is your color palette. Make sure that your color palette is nicely put together. You don't want to have like a bright yellow and then like a dark green. Make sure that your colors clash together well, just so that the graphic looks nice and there's no colors clashing or looking super funky or like hard to read colors. If you have a black background, then use a bright font, or if you have a light background, use darker font so that it's easy for your viewers to read and whoever's seeing it. Less is more, keep it simple. You don't want to have too much on your graphic to where it's hard to read and understand what the graphic is displaying. So less is more and keep it simple. You don't have to go too crazy on the graphic. Just make sure you get your point across with the graphic without overloading the viewer. Save time with templates and tools. Like I said, Canva has lots of templates and tools that you can utilize to speed up the process, so you're not spending as much time on these graphics, since I'm sure a lot of you have a lot on your plate. So trying to create so many graphics in 1 week is super hard. So take advantage of the tools and the templates that Canva has to offer. Another aspect to keep in mind is pairing fonts. Sometimes you may use 2 separate fonts within your graphic, and just making sure those clash together well, and also making sure that the font is readable. Some of the cursive ones are super hard to read, or if your letters are too close or your line spacing is way too close, it's going to be so hard for the viewer to read. So just put yourself in the viewer's shoes when making the graphic, and make sure that it's readable. And this plays into this, add breathing space / dividers, like add lines into there between your words or the photo. Make sure your spacing is correct so it's not all like a jumbled mess. So just adding that breathing space will take your graphic a long way. Make sure that you have the correct dimensions. So like I said, Instagram and Facebook and like Reels and Stories, they all have different sizing of graphics. And Canva most times names them. So like Instagram post, Instagram story, Facebook post, that's another useful thing. So you kind of know if you're posting to Facebook, use the Facebook post dimension graphic. But just making sure that your dimensions are right, because if you upload a photo to Instagram and it's not the right dimensions, it's probably going to cut off half of your graphic. Same with your newsletter marketing emails, just making sure that your sizing is good is key. Stay organized. I need to do a better job about this, because you can easily just name each graphic that you're making, and then you can go back and reutilize that same graphic, and you just kind of know where it's at within your folders and on your Canva homepage. It's super useful, and staying organized is key with pretty much everything. And the last one that is key to graphic designing is trust the design process. At first, you're going to start off the blank canvas, and by the end of it, you're going to have made something amazing. So just trusting the process and doing step by step and not being hard on yourself is the key. I used to be super hard on myself with creating graphic designs, but you just have to have patience and take it step by step until you turn out with something great. So those are just a few tips. And now we're going to cover what we talked about. So we covered image background remover, the branding tools, stock photos, videos, graphics, the magic resize tool, the 100+ design layouts that Canva Pro has to offer, the moving graphic, animated text / photo graphic, the other features Canva Pro offers, and tips for a clean graphic. So now it's time for questions. And I apologize if I was kind of all over the place and if I said a lot. I'm really trying to work on that. But I was just happy to present for all of you again over Canva. Okay, let's scroll. Oh, okay. So that's actually interesting. Kat says, pro tip, if you hold command or shift while you click multiple elements, you can move them all at the same time. I did not know that. So if anyone didn't hear, you can hold command or shift while you click multiple elements and you can move them all at the same time. I did not know that. Thank you for that information. See, I don't even know all the aspects of Canva, and you'll probably learn stuff as you go because there's a lot to learn. But yeah, that's super cool. And you can also right click the image you want as a background to set it as the background instead of having to size it out like what I was doing. Did not know that either. So thank you so much, Kat. Can you do transitions too? So yeah, transitions are super, super easy. Let's see here. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to shuffle back to. I'm not sure that you can do transitions on these. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our homepage. And we're going to go ahead and open a slideshow. Like I said, some of you watching this may know some aspects that I don't. So if you have any of those you want to pop in the chat so I can let everyone know about those tips, greatly appreciated, because again, I don't know everything that Canva can do for us. So I'd love to hear some other things. So with transitions, we're just gonna go ahead and select this as the background. Oh, let's try. There you go. Right click, set image as background. Thank you so much, Kat. I will be using that every day now. I'm always sitting there like trying to size my background to it. Oh, goodness. Okay. So then we're going to add a second page. So if you just go to your first page and then click add transition, here's where the transitions will pop up. So you can easily apply those into there. And then you can just go through, you can mix them up too. If you want a different transition for the second page, you can do that as well. So we can just switch it up and let's do color circle. So we're going to click present. Oh, I'm already on the last page. Sorry, guys. Okay, now you can see there's your transitions that display. So the transitions are kind of like the animations. They're also super easy to access. And I was just going to check. Oh, I'm already out of that tab. So we're just going to go back. Can you change the sequence of the animation all at the same time? Set a specific order. So this you can, let me go back to here. So when you do an animation on either your text or your photo, if you click into here, you can do both on enter or on exit. And we'll try this. Some of them are different. So like with the drift, obviously those come in from the side, so you can change the direction that they're coming in. Just like this one, you can also change the speed, and then again, both on enter or on exit, that's when you want the transition to go, or animation, I mean. Hello, audio question has been found. Okay, so audio question has been found. What is allowed? All free photos, music, and video files on Canva can be used for free commercial and non-commercial use. If a photo, music, or video file contains an identifiable person, place, logo, or trademark, please ensure you check the image source or contact us if you're unsure. So seems like you can use those tools for commercial and non-commercial use. And if you're ever questioning it, just contact Canva contact support to get a definite answer before you do go ahead and do that. Okay, Jasmine said thank you. Don't have any questions. Just want to tell you that you did a great job. So thank you, Don't Flinch, for saying on the line. Sorry, everyone. That was a super sweet message. Thank you, Nicole. Oddly, I get super, super nervous to present, and I'm not sure why, because it is just a computer screen, but I always have that fear of stuttering or embarrassing myself. But thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you to everyone that hopped on live. Is there any other questions? And I may have spoke a little fast, so everyone will get this recording so you can take notes as you watch the recording. And I'm hoping to do a third one of these later on, and we may also bring this to Market Tech down the road. Not too sure on that quite yet, but a lot of people love this Canva, and so after all the requests, I thought, let's do the Canva 202. So thank you everyone for the kind words. But it looks like no one else has a question, so I'm going to go ahead and slide over to our outro. So thank you for joining my training today. To those of you that did not make it on live, we missed you, but we're so happy that you're watching the recording. And thank you to everyone that did take time out of their day to hop on live and watch me present and learn some new tools about Canva. If you have any additional questions related to Canva or not related to Canva, you can contact me at 308-338-3520 or by email, which is zoe@grownebraska.org. There is no Y at the end of my name, so just make sure you don't put that on there. That way it will get to my email. Some of our fun upcoming trainings. Our next one is next Thursday, January 26th, and this will cover how to make choices for growth with Rebecca. She's the presenter, and this is live on our website. Both of these are, so if you have not registered yet, we highly recommend, just so you can get some more tools in your toolbox, and there's enough room in our brain to always learn knowledge, and you will get the recordings for those as well. The next February one is February 16th, and that is maximizing your time, and that is with Greg and Keith from Honorbound IT. And I need some help with managing my time, so I will be on that one as well. We have some super awesome upcoming in-person trainings as well. We have two in January. January 24th is a mini market tech workshop at Grand Island CCC. So we're super grateful to get to go to CCC's campus and present. It will be done by the Grow Nebraska team. It does cost $25, and this is live on our upcoming training page as well, and that's where you can register and make your payment. The January 26th one is at Shickley Community Center, and this cost is free. So if you never attended Market Tech and you want a little sneak peek into what it has, these mini Market Tech workshops we highly recommend. And it will cover some Google aspects, social media aspects, and then also website awareness. So the two in February, we have February 8th and February 16th. The 8th one will be in Red Cloud, and the 16th one will be in Columbus, Nebraska. Those two are not up yet, but once they are up, we highly recommend that you get registered if you're going to be in that area, or if you already are in that area, we highly recommend them. And then exciting news from the Grow Nebraska Foundation is our next Grow with Google series is February 1st, which will cover how to make an effective website. And we're super excited to announce that Maria Duran will be our Grow with Google presenter. Previously it was Dave, but now we have Maria, and she was actually the 2022 Market Tech keynote speaker, and we know several people loved her, and we love her as well, and she loves all of our Nebraska businesses. So we're super excited to get to work with her and hear some more of her knowledge, because she's a great lady and a great trainer. So once that is up, we highly recommend that you get registered, and it will be the first training that she's ever done for us. So we cannot wait till February 1st. And lastly is our Market Tech conference. Secure your spot for the Market Tech Conference 2023. Space is limited and filling up quick. And when we mean filling up quick, we mean it. We are combining with Nebraska tourism, and we'll have 4 tracks and 20 sessions. The 4 tracks will be agritourism and travel, adventure travel, social media, marketing, and business growth and resources. So if you have not yet gotten registered, we highly recommend that you do soon, because there's only a certain amount of space and it's going to fill up quick. And if you have any questions about this, you can reach out to any Grow Nebraska team member, and we can help you get registered or answer any questions that you may have. So we highly recommend that you come to Market Tech Conference, because we'd also love to see you all in person and meet you, because some of you I may have only met via email and not in person yet. So it's a super fun day full of networking, marketing, and learning. So we highly recommend it. But that's all I have for today. I'm going to double check. Oh, Judy, thank you so much. Like I said, thank you everyone for hopping on, and I loved all your kind words, and I look forward to sending the recording out and doing a potential future training either over Canva or a different topic. So thank you all, and have a good day.